Namaste. I invite you to join me for an hour of yoga. Come on into your mat. Sit in a seated posture that's comfortable for you. If you have props such as a blanket or some blocks, you can place them under your thighs here. We'll spend a quiet moment. If you enjoy mudra, your right hand will touch the first two fingers. The left hand will receive and touch the two middle fingers. Okay? So your mudra is here. The energy will come forward from the right and be received from the left. And we will embody an energy of our body, of ourselves, of our energy through the body, in the body, out the body, in the body. So keep that circular motion as we begin to breathe. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale. Keep your ins and outs deeply, slowly through the nose. No pausing. Circular motion with the breath, with the body. Validate your thoughts, place them on a shelf. It's time to breathe. Feel the belly. Feel the motion. Feel the breath. Feel the energy. Let it come in. Let it go out. Validate any thoughts. Tell them I see you, I hear you, but I am breathing now. In and out. On the count of 4, we're going to pause. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Hold wherever you are. Do your next cycle in or out, and cleanse your breath. If you feel safe to be audible, inhale and exhale the sigh. Inhale, shrug your shoulders, and exhale. And now move the body. Take the right hand, place it on the ground, then lift your left, and let the thumb be up as you turn the palm towards your body, over your head, if that's okay. Look up at your hand. Let the eyes go all the way up. Exhale, follow your hand down with your eyes. Go down to the floor and inhale up. Looking up at your thumb, palm is over your face. And exhale as you look down at your palm. Small twist, left comes to right. Thumb is down over the thigh. You're just looking down. Inhale. Both hands come up and the right hand goes to the left leg. It's a small grip. Just looking down at your hand. Inhale, both hands up. Exhale, heart center. Complete your exhale all the way out, out, out through the nose. Inhale, palms up and open. Exhale, heart center. Out, out, out. Soft belly, inhale. Widen your chest, feel the breath in the lower rib cage. Hold and stretch. Small back bends, okay. And exhale, heart center. Namaste. Okay, so we're going to develop a little bit more integration into the spinal twist. There's several ways to do that. You can have one leg out and one leg in. You can cross over in this position. You can take the out leg and tuck it in and cross over here. So I want you to find a position that works for you. This one is very challenging for me. My hips are very tight, so I will stay in this position, but you have an alteration to pick which one feels good for you. Big idea is that whatever knee is bent forward is going to be with your opposite hand. So my left knee is forward, I'll take my right hand to grab and twist, okay? Now the twist happens with an uplift. Our thumb is in charge of our shoulder. So imagine that you have stirrups here or a strap on your shoulder and you're pulling it up with your thumb. So as you engage in that, you lift, keeping your sit bones where straight and flat, but you're creating a lift in the chest. You're going to take your opposite hand, hold on to the knee, and look back and down. You can go into a spider formation where the fingers are in this prop. Unless you need a block and you have a prop for you, you can put it behind you. And then the twist actually happens when we begin to engage with the right hand and we pull and turn the head and look forward. There's your full twist. If you're in a position that feels very tight in your hips, just start to breathe a little bit more. Focus on the breath. If it's helpful, you can count your breath. Try to relax a little bit more in the hip opener. To come out of this posture, you reverse the process. So you take the head back, you look down, and you unwind. Let's go into another side. You can pick a different posture, so I'm just going to pick a different one. It's nice to have a prop here if you're in this position. Again, big idea is to take the hand to the opposite forward knee. We'll inhale, begin to lift by pulling the strap. We're not curling over, we're keeping all our hips on the ground. If your leg is forward, you have some flexion in your ankle. This is an inhale here, and exhale as you look down. Begin the twist by holding onto the knee and creating the lift in your chest. And then if it feels good and okay for the neck, turn the neck forward. There's a lot of action here, but we're trying to release the lower girdle. That actually happens if your leg is forward. That happens in the long thigh. So the knee, even though the ankle is flexed, the knee is going to relax. Relax the thigh, relax the glutes. But you're actively pulling through the twist. And then the extra twist goes through the neck. Unwind by looking down. Release and come forward. Counter pose, be a straddle. With straddles, we want to keep the back as flat as possible. So it's not how far you can get, it's how long you can get. And you can also create a little buoyancy here in the knee, or place a prop, some towels, or a blanket under the knee. If you're okay being flat in the knee, you can relax the toes. So you don't need a lot of flexion here. Even though the legs are coming towards the body in this direction, we don't want to pull too hard. Because the emphasis is to get the tilt in the pelvis. So the pubic bone is coming towards the body as we bring our chest forward. And this might be as far as you can go. So the energy is coming up the leg passively as we actively scoop before coming forward. Now some of us might be able to go all the way. Some of you might feel a resistance and you might feel it in the back of the knee. You stay here. If you have props available, you can place your blocks here and put your arms on the block. When you feel comfortable and your back is flat enough, begin to neutralize the face. And then we can start to curl here. The curl begins at the upper part of the back instead of the low back. Relax your knees. The legs get a chance to relax. If you want to take more of a restorative posture, you would put a bolster or some pillows, a blanket right here, and you would come forward and lean on the prop. We're going to walk our hands back and give ourselves another gentle twist. And take my left hand to my right leg, so both hands are coming to the right thigh. And this time I'm going to pull actively into the hip. My femur bone is coming into my hip, but I'm not twisting my hip. So I'm bringing my chest towards the leg, keeping the back still as flat as it wants to be. My right hand actively pushes into the right shin to keep the body in line. So the spine wants to be in line with the leg. The chest is coming forward and there's a lift here. When I feel like I can't come forward anymore, give yourself the option to relax. Relax your knee, relax your tongue. Now if it's okay, you can roll out. Okay, you can walk yourself out. If your back feels strong enough and you're in that position, as you come forward with a flat back and a soft tongue, you might feel that your left hip is lifting off. So if you're coming forward and then you feel a lift here, you've gone far enough, okay? And then you can bend. Or you can come forward until you feel that back lift. Take your right hand into your shin or in your thigh, and then you're going to take your left arm and open here. The right hand comes to the inner part of the shin. This is a nice heart opener. How do you feel with your neck? Very, very slowly, instead of looking at the camera or the video, experiment with your chin. It can go down a little bit towards your chest, not in the middle, but more towards your outer chest. Is it okay to look up a little bit? To come out of the posture is just a reverse. We bring the arm back, rainbowing over towards the leg, coming over the leg, and then rounding up. So let's do that on the other side. So you're straight, pubic bone is slightly tucked in. Energy is coming up the legs, but it's not very hard. We're taking the chest to the middle. So the breast line or the breast is in line with the leg. The toes are straight up. They're not too pointed or sickled out. So there's activity here, but it's not pulling too hard. With the exhale, you come forward. Until you feel the lift in the left on the opposite side. So that would be my right hip is starting to lift. That tells me I need to relax a bit. Bending at the elbows and just bringing the chest over the leg. Relax the knee a bit more. No tight flexion in the ankle. Leg is still actively coming towards the body. You can hang out here or walk yourself out. If you're ready for that twist, you're going to take the left hand to the inside of the left shin and the right hand fans open. Your chin can be up or it can be down. If your chin is up, you're going to feel the weight pull you back a little bit. Make sure that your shoulder's not gripped up into your ear, so the side of your neck isn't gripping your shoulder. Soften your tongue. Belly soft. And that would be a reverse. So we're not lifting the back in any way, we're just going right back down to where we were. Be soft and stable. Do not do that posture if you have lower back issues. If you have lower back issues, you would be walking up and coming back to center. Now we're going to come into a butterfly pose. If you, again, are using a block, I'll have to bring my blocks next time, but it's really nice to put the block in this position here and put it in between your feet. You can also put the soles of the heels together and peace finger your big toe. The big toe has, all joints have their flexion, so when you pull on them, be actively resistant so you're not bending the joint through your toes. This action comes forward again where we have a straight back. So the energy is not so much in the curve of the pubic bone. Now the pubic bone is going away from the body. The activity is the arms and the bicep. So this is your bicep muscle here, and it's actively pulling your body forward, and the elbows are coming closer down to the legs. If you have props again, you can place them right here, and that way the legs have a better chance of relaxing. If your feet are together and you can't quite get to the feet, you can just be right here on a shin. And you can practice rounding your back. If you are not in a forward fold, you can just be actively rounding and actively lifting. Okay, so if you want to lift and strengthen the back, this would be a back bend here. If you can reach the feet and your feet are together, you would put your thumb in the middle. Okay, this is the 5th point of the foot. You would put your thumbs in the middle and grab onto the foot. Instead of getting all the joints of the 10 toes, they would just bend with you. So we want to find that there's some prop and stability, and you would pull the foot forward. Or you can pull out the leg and come forward. If it feels good to have this as a restorative posture, you would put props here, and you would take the hands in an opposite position. So now that the hands are over the ankle and the thumb is underneath the shin, and you would round forward. Counter pose would be to put the legs together, feet on the floor, into a half boat. If you're okay with this posture, your palms would be facing each other and the shoulders begin to soften with the elbows. And you're in this position. Turn sideways for you. What to do with the neck, you can look up or you can look down. So there's some gripping here. The action is in the feet. The groin is coming closer together. The erector abdominis, the middle of the stomach, is active. The lower back and the middle back, the thoracic back, is catching. And you're soften your tongue and your neck. Now we're going to come forward in deer. I have my left leg forward, right leg goes back. If you're okay with this in this position for your knee, if you need a prop, you can put it under the forward leg. We're going to rock the pelvis. So my right leg is back, so I'm going to start rocking the right hip. I'm going to come up and down. We're going to put in a gentle twist here. So again, another hip opener. Not so fun if you've had a hip replacement, so this is not for that. So we're going to do 3 lifts. 1, exhale. 2, inhale. Exhale. 3, inhale. And then we're going to go into a twist. My left hand comes to my right knee. My back foot is comfortable being in this position. If it does not come out, big idea, no new pain. My right hand is actively still pushing into my lower side, my lower hip side. Now when we come out, the left hand's going to go down to the left side of the floor, and we're going to use the right hand to lift the right thigh. and coming back down. The standing arm, shoulder was not in a collapsed position. It was very propped. I'm going to do that on the other side. So you tuck in the right, fold back the left. Make sure you're safe and feeling good in this position. You can have some prop here. And we're rocking and opening the hip. Generally, inhales are ups and opens. Exhales are downs. Downs and outs. So let's give it a 3 count. Inhale. And down. 2. And 3. And a gentle twist. Knee feels okay. Toes feel in line with the knee. Hand is in the hip flesh part of the glute. Active hand pulling and twisting. Now we're going to do a lift off. Remove your prop. And the hand is propping the body and the shoulder is pushing down into the hand. Find some comfort into your hand position. I'm lifting my palm, but it can be flat. It can be up on a block. It can be on a fist if this hurts your wrist. And come on out. We're going to do some cats and cows. And an extended child. In your extended child, your toe is towards each other, the knees are wider. And when you're breathing, you're letting the belly be full and you're letting the belly come back. Breathing in, the belly is full. Exhale, the belly is back. One more time. Inhale slowly. Belly. Now you can feel some widening in the lower ribs and some breathing into the back of the ribs. And then find that belly again and exhale. Okay, find the palms of your hands and push them into the floor. You might feel some tightness in your shoulders. If you want, you can put your forearms down on the floor and lift the thumbs so the palms of the hands are facing each other. If you need a prop, you can place your fists under your head. Your forehead is here, or you have a block or something to put it on. Now we're going to draw our fingers and pull back and arch the back. Lifting, scooping, and then settling down, finding some alignment with your joints. Knees and hips, wrists and shoulders. So this is an exhale into the cat. Pushing into the floor, rounding the shoulders, tucking the tailbone, light on the feet. If you feel pressure into the knees, you can have a blanket to rest on. And then the cow position, the elbows begin to soften. The shoulder blades come behind the heart and the throat opens. Eyes go all the way up. So you can go up and down, cat and cow, in and out. Or you can be a lot more dynamic here. So like a wave, you can curl into cat, pull back, inhale, exhale as you go into extended child, pull back to neutral tabletop, and push forward into the cow, rock back, pull back again, come forward. Okay, so you can move back and forth or just be isolated here. You can also do some side winding and looking back at the feet. And you can take your hip and just push it a little bit as comfortable. You can rock back through the side winding as well. If you want to get a bit more dynamic in your side binding, you can take one hand over and push down on that arm. Go a little bit sideways. Come back to center and walk the hand to the opposite side. And you can hang out in any sweet spot that feels really good. Big idea is muscle energy. Where are you feeling the pull? Where are you feeling the squeeze? If your body's just ready to do the lift off, let's go into downward dog through push-up position. And you can go through flow, extended child, and cats and cows. Push-up position, downward dog. Take a moment to breathe with it, move with it, find a sweet spot that feels good. Give yourself another 30 seconds to complete anything you started. Finish with an inhale and then an exhale. Meet me back in extended child. Okay, I'm going to walk you through threading the needle. This has different modifications as well. If you're hyper flexible, this is not a posture you want to push yourself hard into because you can actually pop your ribs. And we don't want to go there. That's very uncomfortable, right? So be very mindful in this next or any types of twists. Be very mindful that you're taking a shallower breath. It's not deep and it's not going to push your ribs. If you're a tighter person, this posture should be feeling really great. So finding a table again, threading the needle, you're taking the left hand under the right. And you can have a block here, your toes are towards each other and your bottom is up. To go deeper into here, if you feel safe this way, you're going to take your right hand, slide it again to the top, and then begin to fold and roll to your forehead as you drop your armpit. Now, a more advanced posture in threading the needle would be taking the right hand back to center, to your side, extending the right leg, and then opening here. So you're a little bit heavier in your right hips, keeping your balance from going back too far. Coming back down, bring your knee down. If you want to slide up to the top, roll your forehead there again. And then unwind. Let's go to the other side. Now the right comes under left. Toes towards each other, knees are wide. This might be just where you want to stay. You're feeling the elongation of the shoulder to the trapezius. Those are the muscles to the neck. And you can actively push into the left hand and open wider the opposite way. And so instead of rolling forward to the forehead, you can keep rolling back. Again, this is if you're super flexible, this is not something you want to push hard into. You just kind of want to be a little bit floppy and sloppy. And you want to be mindful how the neck is feeling, how the knees are feeling, how the toes are feeling, and be soft in your tongue. You can go into any variation that you want from here. If you're ready to go back to extended child, you can put your arms forward, or you can go into fetal position And have your arms here by your feet. Give yourself a 3 breath cycle. Breathing in. Breathe in through the belly and exhale. Breathing in and exhaling. One more breath. In and out. We're going to work our way up to standing through a lunge posture. So when you're ready, however you're going to get there, let's bring our right foot forward. If you're okay with your knee in this position, you need something soft, that's okay. If your kneecap feels wobbly, the flexion in the ankle is going to stop the wobbiness. So if you can tuck your toes under, I suggest you lift your knee off the ground first to lock it in. Okay, so this is kind of a tricky posture, not for everybody. Some of us are okay with just having a loose patella. Okay, you're very square here. How do you do your lunge? You can have a tray here. You can have your elbows close to your body, or you can cactus the arms or bring them up over your head. You can place a mudra in your hands and put them in this position. We're going to come forward. If you enjoy the flow, you can go through a runner's lunge and lift your body here. Come back forward. If you want to just trade feet or downward dog, get your left foot forward. Let's reverse that process. Let's go right into a runner's lunge. And we're going to find that back leg. If you need your hands down to bring your back knee down, go ahead and do that, or if you could just drop. Remember that transition with your kneecap depends on where your toes are. I'm not going to move mine. Mine is stable. If I point my toes, my kneecap's going to move along the ground, and that's not going to be right. I'm just going to stay here. And again, you can have your hands at this place or this space. Let's get to standing. And rolling up. Good. We're going to do some standing postures next. I'll change the screen for you. Okay. So in your mountain pose, we're going to find all 5 points on the soles of our feet. So rocking forward and rocking back. Rocking forward, rocking back. When you rock forward, lift the heels. Find points 1 and 2. When you go back, find points 3 and 4. Lift the toes. When you come forward, points 1 is the large ball. Pinky ball is point 2. When you go back, point 3 is the outstep of the heel. Point 4 is the instep of the heel. Then find your center and go round and round. And then we're going to go the other way, round and round. Now we're going to make smaller circles. We're going to find the 5th point. The 5th point is the sole of the foot, right there in the middle. That line comes right up to the inside of the step of the kneecap, inside of the hip, through the chest nipple line. And where the chromium process is, that bump there, that's the junction of the collarbone and the shoulders. And then it goes right out through the ears here. Outstep of the ears. Okay, so buoyancy in the knee. Begin to find that 5th point and imagine that you're pulling up stirrups. And we're breathing in and lifting the sole of the foot. Inhale, exhale. Lengthen the leg. I'm going to do that sideways. So you're finding a rectangular structure into the sole of the foot. And there's a lift in the middle. You're buoyant in the knees. Your tailbone's tucked in. The chest is sitting on the back of your hips back here. And you're pulling up that middle piece. Inhaling, lifting. You can do a small back bend here. And now we're going to come into a forward fold. Keep your forward fold, keep your chest towards your legs. We're going to do a halfway lift where the back is straight. Inhale, exhale. Hang the head, relax the tongue. Find balance in the rectangle of your feet. A little bit more into points 3 and 4. Inhale, halfway lift. Feel your quads externally rotating. A little pop and lift because we're pushing into the heel. Exhale, relax the chest towards the legs. Lengthen the legs a little bit. Bend the knees and round up. Lift your arms. Small buoyancy in the knees. If you feel dizzy, chuck your chin under. Breathing. On your next inhale, lift the chest open. Exhale, forward fold again. Halfway lift. Sit back a little bit, lighter on the toes, heavier in the heel. Inhale, lift, push. And exhale, heart center. We're going to do a warrior series. So in your mountain posture, you found points 1, 2, 3, 4. Let me fix because my head's chopped off and it's bothering me. Okay. So warrior series. You're in your mountain posture. 5 points lifted. You feel 1, 2, 3, and 4. 1, 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay? 5th point, lifting up. Tailbone tucked in. Chest open and expanding, shoulder blades behind the chest. Serving and receiving. We're going to start with the right leg going back. Lift the arms up and step back. Bend the forward knee towards the toes. Back foot is a slight diagonal towards the outer part of your hip. Soften the elbows. Look up all the way. And we're going to come forward slowly, keeping the grip in the forward foot. See if you can put the hands behind your back. Come forward, keep the back straight. Now take the arms and lift the body with you. Inhale here. Exhale, bring in, step back up. Heart center. Bow. Honor yourself. Inhale, step back with the lifting of the arms. The knee is on top of the ankle. Come forward, place the hands behind you. Flat back, inhale. The back foot is going away from you. The forward foot is moving forward. Points 1 and 2 are really into the ground there. And step up to honor and bow. Okay, the next step is warrior 2. Lift the right knee up with your hand and stepping back wide. Bring your hands towards your heart and turn your shoulders out so the arms tee over the legs. Now the knee is externally rotating towards the pinky toe, so you feel points 2 and 3 in the forward leg. Point 3 and 1, there's a diagonal cross through the back leg, through the back foot. And you're breathing. Okay, we're going to reverse our warrior. Lift the forward arm. On your exhale, bring that forearm down, and the back arm begins to swing so the thumb is up. Reverse again. Inhale, lift. Now we're going to swing and step it heart center. Bow. Inhale, bend at the knees, lift. Exhale, lengthen the legs, standing, mountain posture. Take a breath here. We're going to go do warrior two again. Left leg comes up, inhale. Step back, very wide, and fold out to your T. Leg coming forward, diagonal direction through the back foot. Reverse your warrior on your inhale, and exhale, forearm down, thumb up. Inhale again. Feet are very active. Tee the arms. Come up to standing. Inhale, heart center, bow. Bend at the knees, come up. And standing, long legs. We're going to come to center. You're going to do a straddle and a twist. So your legs are very wide. If you need props here or a block, inhale, arms out. Exhale, reach for the ground. Let your head hang. Soften your elbows. Now begin to lengthen the arms. Put the left hand under your face, and you can draw the right arm back. If you can keep going, you can push and twist. It's okay for your hips to go a little bit diagonal. Your toes are a little bit duck's play. To come out, fold the arm and go right into an exchange. Inhale as you twist and open. And bring it back to center. Hands go under the shoulders again. Let the legs go back. Let the hips go back. And then walk your hands forward. And walk your hands back. Walk forward. And walk back. Walk to the right. Small lift. Neutral in your head, your face, your neck, your tongue is soft. And swing over to the left, walking over to the left with your hands. And back to center. We're going to do a garland pose. Toes out to the side, knees towards toes. Lifting here, like you have a tray, and then cactus your arms. Lift the toes. A little bit heavier in the heels. Lengthen the legs, reach out and open. Come back to your garland. Exhale. Let's do this a few times. Toes are lifted. Inhale up. You feel all 4 points of the feet. And the 5th point is still drawing up. One more, slower. Hold here. Tuck under the tailbone. A little bit longer. If it's helpful, wiggle your toes. Distract yourself. Have a laugh. Inhale, release the burn. And we're going to have a heart center and walk ourselves back together. Okay, tree pose. Tree and eagle is a good dance. We're going to lift the right knee, open it, and rest the heel on the left leg. There's your tree. Well, trees and eagles have a beautiful relationship. So let's get that eagle up to the nest. Open up your wings, lift your leg, cross over all your joints, and pull down, lift the elbows so your hands are in front of your face. I'm going to demonstrate that for you a little bit better. So what we want to do with our arms when we go into eagle pose, when you cross over your elbow joints, okay, one hand is going to clutch the other. Then we have a scoop here. Okay? The head remains neutral and soft. The throat is soft. Your tongue is soft. Your eyes are soft. Okay? So it's a scoop out like this. So we squeeze down and scoop like that. Okay, let's try the other side. The ground is lumpy bumpy. Hold on. Okay. So the right foot is standing and the left foot is coming to the side. And here's your tree. You can do any mudra you would like to do in your tree. Is it a blossoming tree? Is it a tree with humongous branches? Cottonwood's my favorite. I like to wave the leaves. Check in with your pelvis. Is your tree out like this? Scoop it under. Get the shoulder blades back there. Let them sit on top of the girdle. They can't go anymore. Open up your chest. A lot of times we're in this position, or we're in this position looking at our device, doing this thing. Round your shoulders, open up your palms, tuck your pelvis under, and get your tree to balance for you. Now here comes the eagle. Lift up your wings, lift up your foot, your talons, cross over opposite side now, opposite elbows, squeeze down, and then lift. I'm gonna do that sideways for you, so you can stay there. I have a sitting position. Try to get a little bit more square in my hips, and my elbows are pulling my shoulder blades apart. And then we back up and closing bow. Bend at the knees, lift up, chair position, and hold it here. Breathe. If you find you have a labored breath, breathe a little bit more calmly. Validate your thoughts, validate your breath. You can count your breath. A little bit more. Heavier in the heel, lighter in the toe. Standing, lift up and open. Small back bend. And coming back. Okay, good job. We're almost done. So we're gonna get down onto the floor now. Do one more balance challenge. So one of my favorites is the crow, and I'd like to show that to you. In another video, I will pick it apart, but for right now, I'm just gonna go right into it. We could talk about it later. But essentially, it's a squat position. So you first need to be able to do this. If this is not an option for you, don't do it. But this is an advanced posture, so I want to be able to have that challenge for you guys. And if you can do this, it'll be really fun. If your challenge is just to get here, then that's it, okay? So to go further with the crow, the hands need to be able to get to the ground. You need to be able to stack. It says you lean forward, and the head and the nose stay up. In most inversions, the head is always up. So here comes the tricky part. You need to be able to squeeze this area of the hip flexor, and the stomach, and scoop the pelvis, scoop under the tailbone at the same time. So inhale here, widen the back, round the shoulders, the elbows come out to the side, pectoral muscles are coming in towards each other. Inhale, create the lift in the upper part of the body as the hands stay on the ground. Inhale, exhale as you lift the sit bones up through your feet. Hands need to be able to stay here, and there's a scoop in the nose. The next posture is to lean on the hands and widen out to the side so the knees are coming onto the tricep. Okay, so the elbows are bending and the knees come together. And this might be where you're at. You can challenge yourself to pick your toes together. Squeeze and lift. Scooping the nose. Gripping with your fingers. And coming back. Open up. This would be the counter pose, or forward fold, or back bend. Let's do that one more time. Inhale, arms up. Exhale, hands down. And a nice tight tuck in. And counter pose. Okay, good job. Good try. Getting down into a squat is very challenging. So now we're going to come down to the floor, do a spinal twist, and then we'll be done. Let's roll side to side. Do anything that feels good on your back side. You have knees come together, side to side. If happy baby is your favorite, you can come into this position. Let the one leg be longer than the other. You can rock side to side like that. If something feels good, just stay right there. If you want both knees to one side, you can go right into your spinal twist. You know how to do it. And just let gravity do its work. If you're still active, go to the other side. If you're ready to really feel the spinal twist, go there. If you're enjoying your happy baby, stay there. Now let's take the spinal twist apart a little bit. Put the left sole on the foot. The left sole is on the foot. Put it on the ground. And take your right leg long. Flex at the ankle, point the toe. Flex the ankle, point the toe, and begin to drop the leg very slowly. Let's tap into our somatics. Okay, the toe is a little bit pigeoned. Not extremely, but we don't want a duck position. So let's lift off. A duck position would be that the foot is out to the side like this. I'm not going there. It's straight up and slightly turned in. Slow, slow, slow to where you feel that you're just barely over the floor. You know where the floor is without even looking at it. You're pushing into the left foot. Shoulder blades are flat and the neck is soft. Now we're going to lift back up. Now this leg, the right leg, is going to go to the left and bend at the knee. Then we're going to take the right leg and go deeply diagonal from the body. That's a low twist. If you want a high twist, you would bend the knee up higher. You can actually touch it with your left arm. If you have blocks here or a bolster, you can let your leg hang out here. So depending on if you want a high spinal twist or a low twist, whatever feels good. And catch your breath. Don't lose it. We're going to bring our knees back in, rock side to side. You want to hold your knees, go ahead. We're going to go right into another spinal twist. So the right sole of the foot is on the ground, the left foot comes up and begins to point, and a little bit turned inward as it begins to drop. Slowly. So slow, you never touch the floor, but you're almost there. The lower you get to the floor, the more you're pushing into your right leg. You'll feel points 1 and 4. Lifting. Bend at the knee, go into your spinal twist. High twist, low twist, whichever one you want. Hang out here, or rock side to side, or go back to your pigeon pose. Get ready for relaxation. So however you're gonna get there, I'm gonna turn the music up for you and just chill out. Begin to bring some awareness back to your body. Feel your clothing, feel your body on the floor. Feel how your body is holding down the earth. With your next inhale, begin to flip that. Feel the earth begin to push you up through the foundation, push you up through the mat, push you up through your clothing, push you up with your breath. Breathe in as full as you can. And exhale. Let it go out, out, out. Feel gravity again. Let's do that again. Inhale, feel the earth push you up. Lifting with each moment of your inhale. You're lifting, expanding till you can't take any more. Hold it. And let it go with a sigh. And continue to rest or come up to seated. The light in me honors the light in you. Thank you for participating with me. See you next time.